What's going on? Good evening on a Tuesday night. I want to welcome you to a new show here on the DSN network. My name is Kevin KP Pryor. I'm joined by Mr. Al Chambers, and you're watching and listening to TFL Catch the Vision. If you're watching online, you catch us at the DematrixStudiosNetwork.com. Or if you're listening, if you're traveling home from work, getting around, holiday shopping, store, and you're listening to us on TuneIn, search the Matrix Studios Network. Al, welcome to the maiden voyage.
Welcome. How you doing? I would like to welcome everybody in New York to TFL Presents Catch the Vision. My name is Marshall A. Chambers Jr., a.k.a. Al. I'm the commissioner of the Triboro Football League.
You had to make sure how you want to be how you want to be addressed here. You Al, commissioner.
No, just
Marshall.
Al. Just Al. I'm good with that. Me and titles don't mix.
Yeah, I got a lot of names on this mic too, but it's all good. But again, welcome aboard. I know this is a venture that you wanted to do for a while, and I'm glad to be able to help out to get this thing started for you. Knowing you for a while from the football aspect, and I think what you've done now at the Football League is try to use the sport, but use sport as a vehicle to help young men grow. Kind of elaborate on your journey just as a commissioner and using football to help educate men due to a vehicle of responsibility.
Well, my vision of this is to get the brothers to stop. I'm so sick of funerals after funerals, young men shooting each other, killing each other.
Right.
This is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
Right.
So through sports, what I'm trying to do with the league is to inspire everybody to take out their frustrations, if you will, in a constructive type of way.
Right.
So as we go through that, as well as mentorship, talking to these different young men and letting them know about going back to school, doing what they have to do to improve themselves, to helping them to become better fathers, helping them become better men overall, through this particular game.
No doubt. Now, obviously, beyond football, you have a spiritual side to yourself.
Yes.
A side that, has helped guide you in just your lightness and how you present yourself to people. The man I've always known has been a respectful, honorable man. Talk about that aspect and where that's kind of lacking in today's society. We see a lot of our young kids, and again, we come from the football world and guys who are disciplined possibly on the field and not always disciplined in life. But talk about the spiritual aspect that you're looking to bring, not just with this show, but just throughout your ministry.
Well, from that point of view, I grew up, in church all my life. As we all do, we get older and decide to find out what's going on out there.
Myself.
I went and did what I did, but the foundation was still built.
Right.
The groundwork was already laid, so I came back. I came back to church, accepted God into my life,
No doubt.
and decided to begin to live for Him.
Right.
And as I began to do that, I began to see again where it's lacking in the young men. What I want to do is reach again young men, and with the show, I want to cater to the young men. Because the females, they got all the shows in the world for them. You know what I mean? So but who's talking to the brothers?
Right.
Who's being a mentor to them? And that's what I'm trying to do with through myself, speaking with the coaches and different things like that. And I try to align myself with coaches and teams that they're not in the street per se. They are doing positive things, and whatnot. So that's my vision.
How has that been receptive? How's the reception been with some of the players and league owners when it comes to bringing that aspect to the game?
Very slow.
Okay.
Very slow.
Okay.
But I will say this. I was coaching a team when I was still coaching, the Seminoles, Brooklyn Seminoles.
Right.
And there was this young man that dropped out of high school. Okay. And I would always, because I work at night, so he lived in Manhattan and I had to go to Manhattan. He always asked me for a ride. And we would always have conversations. And I would to me, it was just a conversation.
Right.
Just talking. Come to find out, he was really listening. I would talk about just being a man. I would talk about being a respectable man, changing his vocabulary. You don't have to curse every time you talk.
Right.
Because to me, that just shows you have a limited vocabulary.
Right.
You know, so I would just talk to him about he was a new father, and I was telling him about how to be as a father. You know, and then I began to tell him about how to pray. You know, and with all of that, I never realized that he was actually paying attention.
Right.
The young man went and got his GED. Okay, his girlfriend became his wife.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when he came back and told me, he said, "I did all of this, Coach, because you was talking to me."
No doubt.
He said, "Because my father's not here." You know, so
He
and when he did
represented that aspect as being a father figure. And
right,
right.
So when he said that and did that, then the light bulb went off. I'm like, okay, maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right, no doubt. I know we got some other brothers that'll be on the show a little later that actually represent that same quality. You know, using their personal platforms to help young men be better. Now, the thought for this show is a new show. I know you're excited about it, but give the overview what people are going to see every 2 weeks. They're going to, hear about obviously the sport, football. They're going to hear about the religious aspect. What else will they hear about that's will kind of round them off into a complete individual?
I want to. We as black men, I guess you could say, if that's safe to say,
It's safe. That's what
we are not privy to a lot of things.
Right.
I want to bring about a financial aspect. Teach us how to invest in stocks. Learn how to budget, because we keep going around buying $300 pair of sneakers and we still in the projects. Okay, we buying our girls Gucci bags and stuff like that. Okay, and she's on PA. You know what I mean? Public assistance.
Right.
This makes no sense.
Right.
You know, how about let's get into learning how to budget, learning how to let's buy a house.
Right.
You know, you got a BMW, but you chilling at your girl's house. You know, as a man, come on.
Right. We're always consumers. We're so much a consumer,
right,
but never an owner. I don't even know sometimes if our young people know what a portfolio means, and that's sad. So obviously, again, what you're going to get from this show every 2 weeks is an opportunity to get some food, some learning, as we end 2015 into a new year of 2016 with a presidential race, and we're hearing all type of nonsense from the Trumps of the world. The hunt is on, and if you're not savvy, if you're not smart, you could get run over.
Correct.
And obviously having that spiritual essence behind you will only make you stronger and help you get through, because you can go crazy out here if you're not balanced the right way. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring some other people up to share their story. It's TFL Catch the Vision Maiden Voyage on the DSN Network. We're going to take a quick break and come on back.
DSN, The Matrix Studios Network.